so sorry for starting 30 minutes behind our scheduled time. That was actually an error. I typed 10 p.m. instead of 10:30 p.m. Forgive me. I don't know where I was rushing to, but normally our uh, time for streaming is usually 10:30 at night. How are we doing? How is everyone? How did your Sunday go? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to be allowing everyone to just roll in, like the stream. Hey, Adam, welcome. You're my first viewer today. Well done. I'm trying to type something, guys. Sorry. How is your day now? How did it go? How is it going? Yeah. How did the Sunday go? Happy Sunday. What's up? What's up? How are we doing? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to type something so that we'll just go seamless, okay? How is the day? I'm sure you've seen the topic. Tell me what you think about the topic. What do you think? What do you think about the topic? Evening and happy Sunday to you too, my dear. Thanks for joining and thanks for the likes. Can you hear me clearly though? I'm trying to use a microphone, my microphone. I don't know. Andy used to say that it's noisy. I don't know. Is it making noise right now? Andy used to say that my microphone makes a lot of noise. I don't know. Let me know if you're hearing me clearly or I should just remove it and use my phone just like that, the way it is. Is it only me or is this thing actually dim? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to on my light too. Please, no vex. I go on my light too. Please, no vex. Like I do like this. Okay. I don't think it made any difference, but yeah, guys, welcome. It's good to have you join. Today we're discussing an interesting topic. I had to jot down some things so that I will not forget some points, okay? So yeah, we're discussing addiction. What comes to mind when they say addiction? Everybody's thinking drugs, yes, and everything. Guys, good evening. This is Chit Chat with Gloria-Cole, and I'm streaming live from Nigeria. I'm currently in Lagos. Let me know where you're watching from. I'll just give maybe the next 3-4 minutes. Just say hello and then where you're watching from. And then we'll go straight into the topic, guys. No judgment. We're not here to judge anybody. Let me know if you can hear me, please. Hello, darling. How are you? F Bang, F Bang Bangla Life Guidance. Hello, hi, Bron. Welcome, Cape Town. How is Cape Town today? So I'm live from Nigeria. Double tap here. Thank you so much. We're going to be discussing addiction. This is a platform where we talk about things that affect virtually everyone. There are a lot and lots of different types of addiction, and it affects everyone. Nobody will say, hey, I'm not addicted. It depends on what you're addicted to. So don't say, tell them, we are all talking to ourselves, myself included. So don't sit down and be saying, they are talking to the likes of A, B, and C. No, we're not talking to the likes of anybody. We're talking to ourselves. In the next 1 minute, we're going to dive into it. So when you hear addiction, what comes to mind? Addiction, what comes to mind? And mind you, we're going to be discussing in simple English terms. Not be saying we go to carry the thing hyper. Simple English terms. Don't go hyper. Whenever you hear, hi, Natural Vibes with TK, how you doing? Welcome. It's good to have you. Thank you for joining. I was like that every day. I used have it. My darling, you see this phone that we're using, I am yet to see anybody that is not addicted to their phone. That is another form of addiction. Good, thanks. Don't worry. The beautiful thing about addiction is that it is treatable, right? It is treatable, but it takes a lot of effort, right? It takes a lot of sacrifice. You know, it takes a lot, but once you're willing, it is very treatable. So it's not something that, well, I'm addicted. There's nothing I can do about it. No, there's always a way out. So, addiction, what is it? What when they say addiction, what comes to mind? Let me see what you have to say. What they say addiction, what is addiction? In the simplest English, in the simplest way you understand it, when they say addiction, what comes to your mind? Addiction. Ah, I'm addicted to this my phone. What is addiction? Drugs. Someone say drugs. Yes. Generally, whenever you say addiction, people's mind straight goes to just drugs, hard drugs, not medication that we use, even though sometimes those medications are being abused, right? But whenever you hear people say addiction, the first thing that comes to mind is, oh, they're talking about hard drugs, Indian hemp, cocaine, and every other thing. But that's not it. Addiction can be of two types. It can either be substance abuse, substance addiction, or behavioral addiction, right? Simply put, it's an activity. It's a chronic activity. Why is it chronic? If you do something just today, it cannot be called an addiction. It has to be done repeatedly over a period of time before it becomes an addiction. So that you went to go and take alcohol today, you cannot say you're addicted to alcohol. That's not addiction, because just taking alcohol does not make you an addict of alcohol, right? Does not make you an alcoholic addict. But you see, you take alcohol today, maybe out of experimenting. I go out with my friends and I'm taking malt or soft drink, and everybody is on alcohol and other things. And then I decide to take it as well as my first time. I cannot come home and say I'm addicted to alcohol. Hmm? It has stages. Then the next time they're going out, I follow. I still take. What am I doing? The first time I did was what? Experimenting. Hmm? Whether it's food, whether it's substance, whether it's behavior. Do you know that people get addicted to sexual activities? Yes. Sexual activities that you cannot control yourself. Some people get to that level. They get addicted. They involve themselves chronically to a level that they cannot control it again. At that point of addiction, that such a person requires or needs help to treat and take care of addiction. Once it becomes an addiction, you cannot help yourself. Once it becomes an addiction, it's not because you go out like this, you see people buzzing, you collect, when you booze, the first time, that's not addiction. Anyway, simply put, that addiction is a chronic behavior that tends to control an individual instead of the individual controlling it. It's an activity, a chronic one that tends to control an individual. Hmm? So anything that you're doing, don't worry, I will give you the definition that I officially searched for. But what I'm saying, anything that you do that you don't seem to have control over. Is it food? Some people are addicted to food. They'll say, I'm a foodie, I'm a foodie. When it gets to a level that you cannot control food, it's an addiction, no? So, some people get addicted to what? Pornography. That's a behavior. It's not substance. You just sit down and you watch the first time, and then you want to watch again. Maybe the first time you're just exploring, you're trying to experiment. Before you know it, you watch again and you want to watch again. The next thing, you want to practice what they are doing. You become addicted to a level that you can't help yourself. Hmm? That you will be struggling to stop it. The thing is controlling you. You are trying to stop it. It's not a hair. It has gotten to that. So it's a chronic activity that tends to control you instead of you having control over it. Now let me read what I. So is this clear? Can you hear me clearly? Someone said my microphone needs to make noise. I'm trying to make sure that I used to take. Ah, okay. Let me read your sentence. Can you hear me clearly, please? Somebody say yes if you can hear me. They say my microphone was making noise. Okay, Captain Natural. Hello. I was like that every day. I used to have it. Yes. If you don't do something about it, it will keep controlling you. It's not good. It's treatable. Okay, you can treat it once you realize that you're addicted to a particular activity or a particular substance or a particular behavior. Right? Seek for help because it is very treatable. Good, thanks. Okay, say drugs. Yes, whenever they say addiction, what jumps to our head is just drugs. Like that's the one that comes so easily into our head. But yes, like I said, there are two types of addictions. You can have a substance addiction, in which case, of course, you use drugs. They use anybody that is addicted can be using drugs or other substances. Excuse me, or it can be a behavior like we talk about pornography, your use of phone. You can addict yourself to it. You can get addicted to that. I was on hard drugs. Yeah, you see, you say worse, that means you have been able to take care of yourself. It's treatable. I used to take what, I don't understand ESO. Anyway, an acid cocaine. But that has stopped now, thank God. Congratulations, Baron darling. Yes. I'm addicted to puff puff. Exactly. I said you can be addicted to just virtually anything. Let me read what I see here. I say it's a chronic but very treatable condition, right? Addiction is a chronic, like I said earlier, but very treatable condition. So that is to say that you don't just get addicted for doing something once, right? So, which can affect our brain's reward system. You know, this kind of you do something and then your brain expects a reward for doing good. I came first position. I'm expecting that my parents should do this A, B, and C for me because I took first in class and all of that. So it affects our brain reward system. It affects our motivation and also our memory system. That's what addiction does. So every addiction is, a malfunction or a dysfunction of the brain. When you say you're addicted to puff puff, it has, please, can you hear me? Okay. That means it has happened for over a long period repeatedly to the level that it affects your brain function. Hmm? Everything you think about is reward, 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 and you depend on some certain substances or some certain behaviors to get the reward, right? It says it affects our memory system, leading to compulsive behaviors despite harmful consequences. Yes, Byron, it's in the brain. Regardless of the harmful consequences, somebody will just be compulsively behaving or pushing themselves towards that thing. Okay, if you do this, you can have a kidney failure. The person will not listen. Why? Because it has gone beyond what they can stop by themselves. They just want to go ahead and do it. Because they feel that there's a reward. Your brain will get some certain level of satisfaction when you indulge in those behaviors or those substances. Now, it can involve either substances like drugs, alcohol, or just behaviors like what? Gaming. Do you know that gambling is an addiction? Gambling. People get addicted to gambling. John White, I'm addicted to YouTube lives. You see, it's treatable. Welcome. It's good to have you join. Let me know where you're watching from, everyone. John White, welcome, darling. Happy Sunday. Longest time, you just shared me. I've not been hearing from you. YouTube live. So how many how many lives did you attend today? Have you attended? How many platforms have you been on today? How many life scenes have you been to? This is addictions matter. And of course, that's what I was saying. That whenever they say addiction, right, our heads, our brains just go to substance abuse, drug abuse, and everything. I mean, yes, we feel like okay, these are the major things when we talk. But something as simple as usage of your phone, you can get addicted to it. Just phone usage can get addicted to it. Now your own is YouTube life. Somebody say he's addicted to puff puff. He says he's addicted to puff puff. Not any so far, but in the evening, everyone I know is live. Yeah, that's the challenge. We are all online, right? So what comes to mind? Addiction. Everybody says drugs, drugs, drugs. Yes. How is everything now? How did your Sunday go? Happy Sunday to you. Did you go out or you've been indoor like me? How is our friend over there? Okay, so types of addiction. Like I said earlier, there's substance addiction, in which case it can be drugs, it can be alcohol, it can be any other thing, which is as a substance that people used to get addicted to. Some people get addicted to some certain smells. I don't know, some certain smells, they will just keep repeatedly trying to inhale certain smells until they cannot control themselves over it. Maybe they feel like it's giving them some certain level of satisfaction, brain reward, and all of that. They keep doing it repeatedly. That's why it is said that it is a chronic condition, it's a chronic activity. So it takes place over a period of time. I've been inside all day. We're together, my dear. Me, self, I did not go anywhere. I've been indoor today. I didn't step out. Welcome everyone. Like the stream, please. If you're just joining, double tap on your screen. Let me know where you're watching from and what comes to your mind when we say addiction. Whenever you hear addiction, what comes to your mind? What comes to your mind? Was it a rainy day? John White, was it a rainy day? How's our friend in the Philippines doing? How is she doing? Hope you're communicating. Still playing. I see that. I see that. I'll soon hit it too. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Thank you. Yes, they are. They are. They are. I think between yesterday and today, almost 30 something. Okay, just cold. Okay. Thank you. I really appreciate. Thank you so much for all the support, and you're giving me a push in a way that me myself I'm not. And then okay, your brother, my sweetest heart, has done some of his videos. I don't know when we're going to upload it. He has not opened the channel. But of course, definitely this coming week we should be able to start on something. Yeah. So he has like 3 videos that he wants to upload. So yeah, probably tomorrow next. Tomorrow is going to be a busy day. I want to go to the market. He needs to go somewhere and might not really be able to do anything. But definitely. So yes, types of addiction. Substance abuse, substance addiction, and what behavioral addiction. Hmm? You can either be um addicted to certain substances, alcohol. Somebody say puff puff. Somebody say he's addicted to YouTube live. Hey, I don't know if I can read this name. What you're saying? Oh. Discovery Social. Okay, I don't know what that means. You're welcome. It's good to have you. Kindly double tap to like the stream. ASM Pro Team, welcome. Where are you watching me from? So, what causes addiction? Back to school, okay. What can we say causes addiction? What are some of the things that can cause addiction to us? They said this, okay, you that is addicted to puff puff. What makes you need puff puff? You that is addicted to puff puff. What cause that addiction to pop pop? You know, it's a chronic behavior. So what made you to be chronically addicted to pop pop? Addiction does not always mean drug or alcohol. It can be spending money. Exactly. It can be an activity like shopping. Some people are addicts of shopping. Phew! Before you know it, once money enter their hand, they are inside supermarkets, they are inside center, they are all over the place spending money. Yes, shopping spree every time. Once money, small change like this enter their hand, they cannot stay in one place. That's a behavioral addiction. It's not a substance, but somehow they have conditioned their minds that shopping is the one that gives them reward. In their brains, they have so made up their mind that, okay, when I go shopping, everything is settled. I don't have any other issue. It rewards me. Once money enters like this, pew, they are shopping. Then the money finishes, then they come down. Regardless of the consequences, that's when it becomes an addiction. Like you damn the consequences, you know, in order to achieve that thing that you want to do, in order to do that behavior, eh? Or to take that substance. You don't want to know whether they say, okay, smokers are liable to die young. Oh, that one no concern you. You don't want to know whether they say, you do this thing for your liver to remain this thing. You don't want to know whether they say, this thing can damage your heart, can make your immune system to become weak and everything. You don't want to know why, because you have lost control, your willpower over that particular behavior or the usage of that substance is gone. You don't have any willpower to stop yourself. Once the activity becomes an addiction, you will need help to come out of it. Yes, it is a treatable condition, completely treatable, but it requires your own participation and someone else that will help you out. You cannot help yourself from being addicted to come out. You cannot. Once you enter the level, the point of addiction, you will need someone to help you come out of it. Now we'll discuss about the levels of addiction. Maybe that one will make sense when we start talking about the levels of addiction. Let me read. Yes, addiction does not always mean drugs or alcohol. Yes, but it can be something like spending money. Yes. Yeah, so many in credit card debt. Exactly. Why? Because you have made it, I have to. They don't factor in the extra interest they have to also pay. Yes. The brain does not really care about the consequences of addicted activities. Once you're addicted, you don't even reason that one. Even if they are going like this down, that's why you see some people that are helpless on substance abuse. You will be pitying them, but they cannot help themselves. It's actually a chronic condition, right, that requires our compassion. You have to empathize with somebody that is already in the deep this thing of addiction. You have to empathize with them. It requires your compassion towards them because it is a medical condition. It's not about bad behavior, right? It's not about bad behavior. Yes, we may see the beginning as, okay, well, he decided to follow bad gangs. Of course, that's a bad behavior. She decided to follow bad people. Her clique are bad girls. So what was she expecting? Yes, you may see the beginning as being badly behaved and all of that. But when the condition becomes an addiction, it is a medical condition. Oh. Like the way you will treat somebody with typhoid and malaria, the way you will treat somebody with cancer, that's how you should treat somebody with addiction, because it has entered a level whereby they need medical assistance, they need help, psychological support to really come out of it. At that point, it's not the time you start saying, you waiting concern me, let them deal with it, it's their own wahala. No, the same way somebody will lie down with serious health condition is the same way you should be seeing and helping someone that is addicted to a particular behavior, a particular activity, or substance dependence. It's the same way. There's no difference. So it requires our compassion, our understanding, and then our, support towards treatment. It is easy to just put it on the card. And you see people that have a credit card now. In Nigeria and most African countries, we don't use credit card. Anything you see us with, we buy it cash. You see me with a ride, I bought it to the last kobo. You see me build a house or buy a house to the last penny. You can't put anything on a card. Nobody, we don't have that. If I own anything, I paid it in full. We don't do that here. We don't use credit card. We don't do is it mortgage? You people call that you go, they will just put it on your DC. You will now be paying. No, we don't do that. I see them lashing out on some people on Facebook. Is it Facebook? Some people that are saying that we got ourselves another new house and everything. They say it's all mortgage or something. Here you buy, you will pay for it cash to the last kobo before you can own it. But there, people can use card. You wear an expensive shoe, and you people have return policy. The clothes. Some people will go and do party with it and come and return it after how many days. It has to be. We don't do it here. You buy it. You buy it. As long as you enter the shop like this, the testing room, I've been a trying room. You try it. You change. You try it. It's okay. You pay the money. You come out. You cannot bring it back. You cannot. No. We buy everything with our money in full. Hi, darling. DH. What are happening? What's happening? Hello, dearie. Welcome. I think there is a difference. Things like drugs, alcohol, money, we do to ourselves. Things like cancer or other medical conditions are not always under our control. Yes, when you start initially, John White, in the initial state, you can fault somebody. Hi, Experience Life. Hi, longest time. It's good to have you join me. Welcome. How you doing? Why are you guys joining and not liking the stream? Please double tap on your screen. It's very important. There are a lot of my people that are supposed to be here. They don't know we're here because you people are not keeping this stream live. It's meant to be a live stream for that reason. Please, welcome back, darling. Double tap, double tap, double tap. That your double tap will let people know that, yes, we are back. We've been away for over 2 months now, almost 3 months. So yes, double tap to like the stream and people will be notified. Thank you so much. John White, I agree with you. That's why I'm saying the initial part of once they say somebody is addicted, once they say somebody is addicted, at that point, thank you for the likes. I appreciate. Once they say somebody is addicted, let's forget about I did it for myself. She did it for herself. She caused it, so she should bear the consequences. No, no. Once she entered that addiction level, it's on another level. It's not the same thing as just going to take beer here and there. I try to use cash for most transactions. It's easier, but I'll hear that sometimes for you people over there, that credit card tends to help you in what I don't know if I understand the terminologies that is used, but that is good for you in case you want to. I don't know. I don't know. Let me not go into what I don't know. So, but I have somebody that is saying that yes, but it's good that you have your credit card and you don't owe. You keep paying and that's what the lady was saying. So she said that it's a good thing. I don't know for what, whether it's used for some other important aspects. Experience back, welcome back. Where did you go? Experience life rather. I'm back. Where have you been? Where did you go? You just left us and left. Okay, welcome back. So what comes to mind when you hear addiction? When you hear addiction, what comes to your mind? First thing you think about is what? Right? With my network. Thank God it's back. It's good to use cash. Here in Nigeria, we don't have credit cards. So whether you want to use cash or you don't want to use cash, that's the only option. Many businesses and government pushing people to use credit card. Yes, they have a lot of gain on it now. If they are not gaining, they will not insist on it. Because it's like the moment you go there and you're trying to settle it, the next thing they will do is to give you credit card. Everybody apply. As you apply, even school. You get admission, the next day they will do credit card this. You have it's crazy. But me, I don't understand it, Sha. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining me. This is Chichat with Gloria-Cole, and today we're discussing addiction. Let me know where you're watching from and tell me what comes to your mind when you hear addiction. Many people say it's drugs. When they hear addiction, it's just drugs, substance abuse. That's what comes to their mind when they hear addiction. So let me know what you think. Addiction is of two types. We have behavioral addiction and substance addiction. Behavioral addictions includes things like usage of phone. As simple, baby, stop playing with my light. Just remove it and go. I will do my light. Don't do it. Just remove your phone and go. Okay, I don't want you to do it. Leave my light. It's affecting my eyes. Yeah, do. Just leave it and go. Just go. Remove your phone. Remove your charger so that you will not come back for it. Remove your charger, honey. I'm sleeping now. You're sleeping now. But no problem. Just like that. Guys, 1 minute. My light is, I don't know. 1 minute, please. Let me try and see if I press this. This is what you did yesterday, this afternoon. Maybe you're doing it on purpose. I did not see it now. Okay, I just moved my phone. Sorry, guys. We're just joining live the stream, and it's your first time, consider subscribing to the channel. I'm trying to fix my lights. I'm not. It's the room is dim. I don't know. This may end be the end of this live stream. Sir. This light does not come on. I'll just leave. Hmm? 1 minute, guys. Maybe leave it. Don't annoy me. Leave it. Don't tell me how I did it. Were you here when I did it? Oga, just leave me. Baby, just go. You want to sleep? Sleep. Don't touch it. Just to hang it like I did not ask you. Oga, don't pressure anything. Just leave it. There was nothing. I didn't put anything. And I removed your charger. I made sure I removed all your charger to one side. I don't know. But it's on this side. Baby, just go. I beg. Oga, please. No. I'm not doing it. 1 minute, guys. So sorry, guys. My husband just entered and scattered my setup, and this light it used to shake. It just annoyed me. Change everything. Anyways, thank you. We're having technical difficulties. Please stand by. Thank you, my darling. I'm telling you. You know how you people, you men, used to behave. I've been on this stream like this for almost 30 minutes. Nothing touched this thing. He just entered. Scattered. This was how he did in the afternoon. He's still doing it. Yeah. Okay. So many businesses and government pushing people to use credit card. Yes, exactly. Me, I don't know what that credit card is to do to them, but I'm sure that they have some gain or profits by issuing it. Did they ever get the crypto coin in Nigeria? Yes, there is. I don't like the idea of electronic currency. My dear, get used to it. I don't like it, but if you like say that would be the main thing. Oh. That would be the main thing. Eventually, we're all going into crypto. Takes control away from the individual. That's the whole idea. We're heading there, everybody. Experience Life says, I got some issues and that waited from time to time. I'm not sure I understand. I got some issues and then waited from time to time. Is it credit card issues? Is it addiction issues? Okay, John White says we are having technical difficulties. Please stand by. Thank you, darling. Husband is causing trouble. We don't scatter now. We don't scatter. Every time he must cause trouble. He's going there now. Which one is earpiece? It's on top of the fridge. Airport. On top of the fridge. You want to listen to video now. You scatter my this thing. Anyways, experience life. I'm not sure I understand this issue. You say I got some issues, okay? Is this something you want to talk about on this platform? And then waited from time to time. Okay, I don't know if I understand that, but I'm sure you can make it clearer. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. This is Chit Chat with Gloria-Cole. It's good to have you join. And we're discussing addiction today. I was asking what comes to mind when you hear the word addiction. If you're just standing and then someone says, I'm addicted to A, B, and C, what comes to your mind? What comes to your mind? Addiction can be of two types, either substance abuse, in which case can be alcohol, can be drugs, can be anything, can be any substance. And then it can also be behavioral addiction. People that are engaging in pornography, right? Somebody says addicted to puff puff. Puff puff is a kind of snack that is made with flour, sugar, and some yeast, Then someone says addicted to YouTube Live. Yes, you can be addicted to your phone. You can be addicted to different activities, right? You can be addicted to gaming. You can be addicted to shopping. You can be addicted to gambling. They are all behavioral addictions that people get into and find it difficult to come out. Now, causes of addictions. It can be biological, in which case it can be as a result of the genes of that individual. Do you understand? Either genetically, the genetic makeup of that individual can be a predisposing factor for being addicted to certain things, whether behavioral or especially behavioral. Especially behavioral. That's why sometimes we see that a child is behaving in a certain way, maybe womanizing, following women up and down, or a girl that likes following men different up and down. They will say, well, we are not surprised. His dad was like that. And you'll be like, what's the connection? This boy is just 17. His dad is almost 100 years. So where's the connection? Yes, genes may play a factor, especially in behavioral addiction. Maybe genetic, but not sure always the case. No, in genetic, no, it's not always the case. It's not. But it may play a factor. It may play a factor. Especially behavioral. Do you understand? Especially behavioral addiction. The substance and other things, yeah, you can acquire them from being in an environment and all of that. Yes. But you see behavioral addictions, sometimes genetics play a very, very vital role. Yes, genetics can make. That's why people will say, ah, this guy is a thief. Why are you surprised? You don't know that his dad was a thief. Like some of the genes carry that and then push it forward to the next generation. Something it is the sometimes it is the condition in which we grow up. That's yes, we're coming to that. Thank you so much, John White. Sometimes it is the condition we grow up in. Yes, the condition, the environment also plays a factor, but genetics is also a factor. That's one, right? The next thing is psychological factors. Psychologically, if people get disturbed psychologically, let's say you someone is very close to a particular person and then they lost that person, either a spouse, a parent, a child, a friend, a twin brother, a sibling, anything, you know, if they lost that loved one, psychologically, it can affect them. The trauma of losing that person can play a role in pushing them into addiction. Why? Because they are finding solace. They are looking for where they can find comfort, which in most cases, it's a false, it's a mirage. You feel like, okay, you have all your solutions and your brain rewards and your comfort in this thing. Maybe they'll say it's alcohol. So anytime I take alcohol, I forget about the loss of my mom. I forget about the loss of my siblings. I forget about the loss of my grandparents. So yes, then I will now fall back to it. They will now condition their minds that okay, once they take this, they forget about it. You know, it is trauma that is playing a factor in that kind of a person. So it's not all addictions that you see someone. There's somebody that you know that does not normally do some things. And then after a traumatic experience, you just notice that when is that one starting? You now see somebody that does not smoke all of a sudden is boozing. What's going on? Because they are trying to find ways of coping. Sometimes trauma used to push people into addiction. That's not an excuse. That's not to say if you lost any loved one, you feel like, okay, the solace will come from this. Just like John White said, sometimes we tend to blame people that are into, especially substance addictions. We used to tend to blame people because we feel like, they cause it for themselves, they push themselves into it, and all of that. So, yes, genetic factor can play a role, psychological factor can play a role. Experience Life said, I mean that I got some issues and then I waited for some time now. Oh, okay. So how is the issues? Have you been able to resolve it? I hope you're good now. I hope you're fine. Thank God you're okay. I hope you have moved on. The mama, did they enter? Have they entered? Okay. So everybody's sleeping. My what? It's on the fridge now, baby. Where did you check? No, no, it's there. It's there. It's on top of the fridge. Where did you check? Do you used to check things? Maybe you used to, if I leave this live stream and I go and if I leave this stream and I go there and I see, yes, sorry guys. The next one is not really good, but I'm working on it. Thank God. Don't worry, you'll be fine, okay? It's good to know that you're coming out gradually. So sorry about that. That's what gives you the assurance that we're alive. Or some challenges that will come to us sometimes. We feel like, God, why me? Can I ever come out of this? But it's good that you're working on it. If you need to talk to someone, reach out to people that you feel confident talking with or talking to, discussing the issue with or anything of that nature. I pray you come out stronger and better. Okay? Now, John White, we're going to the next course, which is environmental. That's where most times it used to happen. You know, most times addiction, mostly apart from the genetic and the trauma, mostly like maybe 70 to 80% of our addiction, environmental. That's what John White is saying earlier. Is it peer pressure? They'll say, ah, you're a small boy now. You mean you cannot take this thing? You will now start taking it. They will convince you and cajole you until you start taking it. Peer pressure. Another thing is the availability of that substance where you are. If you're in a place where you hardly see anything smoking, no, nothing to smoke, nothing to drink, nothing to use. Did you see it? Where? That other slab. It's for the that moved this, because it was on the fridge before I came. Thank you, ma. All right, you're welcome. Right? The availability of such substances, the availability of such behavior where you are. If everybody around you is into gambling, for instance, everybody around you is into gambling, you see it everywhere. You see a lot of people going to gambling, and that's the only thing they discuss. Of course, that product is available, and you tend to naturally just fall into it. You keep doing that until it becomes a chronic behavior, a chronic activity that you cannot help yourself out. Then you get addicted to it. If all you're doing is staying among people that smoke, you know, the availability of that smoke around you tends to easily push you into smoking without you meaning to do it. Like, for instance, my younger brother was in one school somewhere in my state that time, and he was just in JS2, junior secondary 2. Then, when he now wrote his junior exams that would now qualify them into senior secondary, he told my parents that he's not going back to that school. My dad was furious. Why? You cannot tell us that's a very good school. This is that it has a good background, a good. He said, yes, academically, yes, but very soon that academic record self would scatter. Why? He said, because they are smoking. Yeah, you don't have to smoke. If they are smoking, don't involve yourself with smokers. My brother said, Daddy, this is how they smoke in my school. They will come into the dormitory, our room, use an iron, a metal bucket, put coal into it, live charcoal coal into it, and then pour the Indian hemp inside the room, lock the doors and lock the windows. As long as you are in that room, you will be as high as every other person. Those that want to overhide, they will put their heads inside the bucket. But all of us in that room, we wake up high. Sometimes they do it at midnight after lights out when everybody's school is quiet, but they do it. And if I continue like this, you will not be able to stop me. That was what my brother was telling my dad when my dad heard that. That day, there was a registration that was going on somewhere. He wanted to go to Federal Science College, Ogoja, somewhere very far. If you know the distance from Adamawa State to Ogoja, my dad allowed him to register for that exam that day, that very day. And that was how he left for his senior secondary, and he left. It's unfortunate that that school, most of the people that finish there, their heads are the same because of addiction. Now, you may say that your child is innocent, but he's in that school. The availability of those substances in that kind of environment can get them addicted. That's the typical example of how so much availability of a particular substance or the rampant usage of some behaviors in your environment can affect and push someone into addiction. Do not lose hope. Addiction is very treatable. Somebody just gave us a testimony. The person said he was addicted to hard drugs to a level where he could not do anything. It's there. I don't know if the chat is still there. He said he was that addicted, but thank God, God has helped him. He has stopped that. That was a long time ago. It's very treatable. So you see, if he has his way now, he can tell you how it happened. Is it that he has that behavior in him, or he was pushed by peer pressure? He wants to belong to a certain circle of friends, a clique of friends, or was it that this substance was just rampant and available everywhere that he found himself addicted? Hmm? Thank you guys for joining. If you're just joining, like the stream, subscribe to the channel. Let me know where you're watching me from. And what do you think about addiction? Okay. So yes, causes. These are some of these. Now, what are some of the symptoms? What are some of the symptoms of addiction? What are some of those symptoms? How do I know that I'm addicted? Okay, I'm always with my phone, and I feel like I'm addicted to my phone. You know, we said that two types of addiction: substance abuse, addiction, and behavioral addiction. Now, it's a behavior that I am always with my phone, right? Okay, how do I know? Somebody says he's addicted to YouTube live streams. Somebody says he's addicted to puff puff, which is a kind of snack. So, how do you know that you're addicted to something? Number one, your inability to resist the urge or the desire to use that thing, or you cannot stop it. You cannot stop yourself. Like maybe if you're into smoking and then you just feel like today I don't want to smoke. And then you find yourself going like a zombie, as if you cannot do anything without smoking. You just find yourself going involuntarily moving to involuntarily moving towards smoking. Me that said I think I'm addicted to my phone. Okay, whenever my phone is not in my hand or is somewhere or somebody is using my phone, I find it very strange and unable to resist collecting it from them. I think my husband is addicted to his phone. At this point, let me just say it. My husband is addicted to his phone. Yeah, that's an addiction. He's addicted to phone. There was a time he lost his phone. In the night, a time like this, maybe in the evening around 7 or 8, he went to buy fuel for our generator, and then some guys just watching him. When he got out of he used a tricycle to go to the filling station. He left, it was as if the phone fell out from his pocket, and then he went to the filling station without the phone, and that was how he lost the phone. Do you know that that night he did not sleep? Before 8 the next morning, he got another phone. So I think he's addicted. He cannot do. He has never stayed 24 hours without a phone. He cannot do it. My husband is that addicted to his phone. So you see, he cannot control. If you will say, hey, borrow me your phone, he will borrow it. The next thing, where's my phone? Where's my phone? Everywhere he goes, his phone is there. He's charging the phone. He's just addicted to his phone. You can be addicted to shopping. Is it that you have friends that are shoppers? Every time they see money, they just go and shop, 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 shop. Is it the availability of it? John White says, here, many got addicted to painkillers. Yes, from over prescriptions by doctors. Now, doctors are more careful to limit the prescription of strong painkillers. Exactly. It's not easy. Most of these opioids that help in the pain, whatever, people get addicted to them. That's why they make it to be prescription only medicines. Like you can't get it over the counter. But even at that, some people would, insist on that. Two scenarios. Um, I I used to know someone that had sickle cell. So whenever they're on crisis like this, the pain is severe and they have to be giving them strong pain reliefs that are very, very, very addictive in nature. If you keep taking them, now it got to a point that this particular person will be the one telling the doctors that I want this particular pain relief because of how addicted the person has become to that drug. I want this one. If they go to the hospital because the person is in crisis and the doctors are trying to give a particular one, the individual will say, no, this is not what I want. I want, they will call the name of the one that they want. And then the doctors will say, no, we'll have to change it because it simply shows that you're getting addicted to this particular one. So because of that, they will have to change it. And then the individual will keep shouting, this one is not working. I'm still feeling all the pains. I cannot. Doctors say it's addiction. That you are addicted to this one. That's the reason why it's like that. It's not like this thing. So it's good. It's important if governments and then doctors are working towards reducing the of our prescriptions of some of these substances, some of these medications. You know that they know that people have a tendency, high tendency to be dependent on. Yes, it's going to be good. Don't say because it's a prescription medicine, whenever that person comes and say, I need a particular one, you just write it for them. No, you too, you should have some sense as a professional to know that, okay, it simply means that this particular patient of mine is getting addicted to this substance. So you should know that it can, cause addiction to them and change it for them so that they don't become addicted by reason of. Thank you, John White, for that. Now, whenever you have inability to stop something, eh, you just want to go to shopping. Even if they give you your school fees, you use it to shop. Even if they give you somebody's medical bill, say this person is in a hospital, they want to operate on this person by 10 a.m. Take this money and go and pay for the bill. You will carry it and enter supermarket. When you get to that level, just know that you're addicted to shopping. There's nothing there. You have gotten to a level where you cannot stop yourself. Regardless of the consequences of that, your action, you still want to do it. It's addiction. Or is it gambling? That you are gambling every time you're on your phone gambling. And then you're feeding money. You carry your money that you're meant to eat your food with. And say today is gambling you want to do. If you get to a point where you don't even care about the consequences of this gambling, you will not eat. You're hungry. Maybe you're sick. You need to treat yourself. You're still eating it. Your children's school fees, you're still eating. Your own school fees, you're putting inside gambling. My brother, my sister, you have reached that level. Better find help. You're addicted. You borrow money to do gambling. But you cannot borrow money to invest in a business. Find help. You cannot help yourself. You have reached that level. You are addicted. Find help. And the good thing is that addiction is what? Treatable. Find help. Young boys, young girls these days are into a lot of addiction. Yes, I heard all POP ups and ads for various gambling sites. Yes, they used to pop up everywhere. Pop up ads. They used to pop up everywhere. You say, come and register, come and register. Their sites are in your face. Everything you're doing, you're watching something, they will just pop it. Anything you're doing, they will just now every young person you see are being introduced or are already addicted. From how old? In Nigeria here is crazy. In Nigeria, I don't know about your side, but here it's on another level, unfortunately. It seems they are just trying to draw people in. Yeah, that's what it is. They're trying to lure them. And they will be putting this person win this amount with this amount. You use this one to win this one so that you to be enticing. They will not entice you. They'll say, if you use 200 naira, for example, to win 10 million naira. Chew. This one is enticing now. By the time you see these kind of things, you just feel like, well, it's something that I can try. If it is 200 naira, I don't think it will hurt. 200 naira, how many times I used to use 200 naira to just, dash people? Let me just use 200 naira. You put 200 naira today, you put 200 naira tomorrow, you put another 200. Then it gets to a point that they give you your brother's school fees, you collect it and put it inside, hoping that you will win. You did not win. Then they gave you somebody's medical treatment, you put it inside. Then they give you the feeding money to go to the market, you gamble with it. My brother, my sister, you have reached that place. It feels like legal scamming. I'm telling you, yes, it feels like legal scamming. But there is one. They don't do it, oh, ha, don't do it. They will even tell you put limits. Don't do it. But guys are still into it. Hook, line, and sinker. Anyways, there's treatment for it, so there's hope for you. If you're involved in any kind of addiction, whether it's substance addiction or behavioral addiction, it is very, very treatable with your cooperation, of course. If you're not ready to be treated, you cannot be treated. And once it gets to a level where you cannot help yourself, you are addicted and you need help to come out of it. You can never be able to stop it by yourself on your own. Seek help. Talk to somebody. Let someone help you out of it, right? Another one is what? Ignoring the negative consequences of that addiction. It doesn't care. You don't do not bother you that the person has a major surgery by tomorrow, and that is the money with which they will use for that surgery. You will still go and satisfy that your craving of that your addiction. When you get to that point where it does not matter, you are in a hospital being treated for lung cancer and you're still smoking. You know that they may probably have told you that you have 3 months to live, 1 year to live. With the consequences, it does not bother you to stop. Don't be angry. Seek help. You cannot help yourself. When you get to a level, the symptom that you are addicted is that you don't care about the consequences again. Whatever it is that you're doing, you don't care about the consequences. Is it pornography? You're into watching pornography and you cannot control yourself. You get to a point that, okay, you used to do it and be hiding it. Now you don't even care who sees you doing it. You'll be in church or in the mosque and you're playing it because you don't care about the consequences again. You are inside public transport and you're playing it. You get headphones before, now it does not matter whether headphones there or it does not there. You go still play them. My brother, my sister, you have gotten to the addiction point. Oh. Seek help. Seek help. Seek help. When the consequences don't bother you again, it's not you again that is acting. Something has taken over you and is playing a fast one on your brain. Seek help. Then the last point that will enable you to know that you are really in addiction is when you tend to have withdrawal symptoms whenever you stop it. Is it drugs? You stop it and then you see your body shaking. You cannot stay in one place because you have stopped taking a particular substance. Just know that you're addicted. Just know that you're addicted. Is it shopping? You don't go for shopping. You feel like in a day, if you don't go for shopping, your life is gone. You feel sick, you feel miserable, you get angry. You're not happy with everyone and everything. Seek help. You have reached that level. Addiction day there. It's not just something that you do for the fun of it. You are addicted. Find help. Excuse me, and you cannot help yourself. Find help. Hope you can hear me, Sha. Okay, yeah. Right? Find help. I knew a guy that had emphysema. If he would have quit smoking, it would not have gotten any worse, but he kept smoking and passed away. Jesus. You see what I mean? This is a sad one. He was addicted, oh. It's not his making, oh. He needed help. On his own, he could not do it. He needed help, even if it means forcing him to do it. He needed help. Taking him to rehabilitation, finding support group, something to just pull him out of that. You see, he didn't have that. Or his addiction was stronger than the system that he had that was supposed to help him. And he rather, you see, the consequences was short life. and he rather picked the option of the consequences than to stop it. It's not in his correct frame of mind. Nobody, if they tell somebody that, okay, oh, if you don't stop this thing, it can kill you in 2, 3 days, and you still say, I want to do it, you know that the person is not correct now. The person is operating on another level. Do you understand? So, what do you think are the common triggers of addiction? What do you think are the common triggers of addiction? Now, there are stages of addiction. There are stages of addiction. Stages. The first stage is the experimental stage. Like I stated earlier, you just go to school and you see young guys taking and smoking, boozing and everything, and then you feel like, oh, I want to join this thing. The first stage, I want to experiment. You see people going to shop with plenty money. You just feel like, let me see how it feels. You just follow and just join them, and you just spend money. Environmental and peer pressure, they are triggers. Yes. Now you now go there. That's the first stage. You are experimenting. That one is not addiction. You just go tomorrow if you have control over yourself and you say, I'm not going. That's all. If you don't go again, finish. That's all. You stop at that environmental level. Now, if you are constantly with these particular peers of yours that are putting pressure on you to indulge in those kind of activities, and you know you are a person that cannot say no, there are a lot of people that cannot say no. They are seeing that this thing will kill them. They will still go because why? They cannot say no. They are people pleasers. They want to please everybody. Even if they are sick and going out will mean that it will kill them, they will still go. Why? Because they want this person to accept them. They want to belong. Usually people with low self-esteem are like that. If you know that your self-esteem is very low, you think low of yourself. I did not say that, Oja. Why? You feel like you want to just please people. That's how you find relevance, right? You find relevance when people are like, hey, go Harry, go John White, go John White. Like, if you don't please people, you don't feel relevant, you don't feel important, you don't feel you have arrived, you don't feel like you belong. So you go against your principles, go against your wish because you cannot tell somebody no. Why? Let's go and smoke. You don't smoke, but you smoke, you follow them and smoke. Come take, it's just a bottle now. You know you don't want to drink, but because they say and you want to belong to their group, you still drink. That's low self-esteem individual. You don't want to indulge in sexual activities. Because they say this and they are doing it, you will do it. You are a low self-esteem individual. You should think highly of yourself. You should be able to say no when it does not serve your interest. You should be able to say no. I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. Wish and hope that you get somebody that can help you do that, but I'll not be able to. I have things to do. You don't have to explain anything to anybody. Come to my house. I'm sorry, I will not be able to go. I thought you said you're not doing anything this whole month. Yes, I'm not doing anything this whole month, but I'm still not going to come. Yes. So because I don't have anything to do in the month, I should start following you to your house and all your joints and start following you like a pig. No, I don't want to go. I'm not going. You can't force me. So if you are around people that you cannot say no to, you're in a danger zone. You should move away from there. You should be able to stand your ground and say, no, I'm not going to do it. Why? I just don't want to do it. I don't owe you any explanation. I will not do it. I will not do it. I don't have to explain myself to you. I will not do it. Simple and short. Yes, it's that easy and it's that simple. Then another thing, regular use. Now you have done the experimental stage. This is stages of addiction. Now we have done the experimental stage. I have done it out of excitement. I've done it out of I want to explore my options. The next thing is what? Regular use. After you have taken me on a high and I have gone out and I've done it once out of experiment. Let me see how it is. I've never gone clubbing, and I've never taken shisha, and I've never taken anything smoke. But now I've done it once out of experiment. Do I have the willpower to stop myself? Or do I now on my own continue using it? That's the regular usage. Okay, the influence might not be there. You have gone, we have done the experiment together, and you have gone. Now, myself in my own head, I am now continuing to use that regularly, regular usage. Eh? Maybe that time we went for experiment, I took one bottle. Now that I'm taking myself out, I will reach there. That one bottle will not be enough. I will now increase the quantity or increase the frequency. Maybe that time we went once in that month. Now, and I took one bottle. Now, this month now have come, and I took myself out, and money day, I get cash. And I took 2 bottles. And instead of once in a month, I've increased the frequency now, and every week I dey go. Eh? Instead of going once in a month, I went last Friday, I'm going this Friday, I'm going the next Friday, I'm going the last Friday of the month. You see that I have become a regular user of that substance. Not only have I become a regular user at this point, but I have increased the frequency of usage as well. Once you have stopped, you have passed the level of experimenting. You have entered regular usage, and you notice that the frequency too has increased. You're on stage 2. You're not on stage 1 again, which be experimental. You're on stage 2 of addiction. You have reached stage what? 2. Whatever it is, whether it's pornography, whether it's drugs, whether it's alcohol, whether it's shopping, whether it's gambling, whether it's gaming, whether it's whatever it is. If you have increased the frequency, the number of times you are doing it, and then, you are on stage 2. I have met a lot of good people from around the world. Yes, so YouTube Live is great. Number 3, the third stage of addiction is what? Risky use. You have gone for experimentation. It did not do you. You have entered regular usage, and you have increased the frequency. It did not do you. Now you have reached the level that you are a risky user. People are taking 2 meals or 0.5 meals. You have gotten to a level that you will be saying, what? Are you that, this thing, 0. For what now? Let's go higher. You are taking risk, increasing the level, the supposedly safe level you have exceeded. Maybe it's smoking, you're taking 2 sticks per day, or you now increase it to, every 2 hours. Now you're taking a carton or a pack every hour. You have become a risk user. You have passed stage 1. You have passed stage 2. Stage 1 is the experimentation level. You have passed stage 2, which is what? The regular user. You have entered stage 3. You're a risky user now. You have reached a level where they use normal dosage. Your level is here. You have reached risk. You're going. You're not yet addicted. You're not yet addicted. You are going at a higher dose. If they say it's going to affect heart, you have gotten the level where it can start to affect your heart. If they say it will reduce your immune system, immunity, you will not be able to fight infections, you are going at that level. If they say it can give you heart disease or heart problem, and you are using it, you are going there. That means you're now a risky user. You have reached the usage of risk. So should I give up watching live streams? I cannot tell you to do that. I cannot. I cannot. Right? So you have reached level 3, stage 3, which is risk user, a risky user. You have gotten to a point that you take a lot of risk to use or indulge in those kind of behavior, substance or behaviors, right? The fourth stage is the level whereby you become dependent on that substance or on that behavior. If you don't smoke, you cannot go out. If you don't go for a shopping, your life is gone. If you do not eat this particular thing, you feel like you have not eaten at all. If you do not do this, you feel like you cannot do any other thing without doing it. It's a level of dependence. You depend on these substances or on these behaviors to function. Some people will say, I cannot drive. I'm a good driver, but once I don't take, I cannot drive with my clear head. Really? I have to drink something to be able to drive. They are now at the level of dependence. If they don't take that thing, they cannot function. Yeah, I'm a good driver. Nobody does that. I'm a lecturer. I lecture very well, but with my clear eyes, I cannot climb the stage. I cannot stand in front of students with my clear eyes. I have to take something to be able to do it. Bro, sister, you are on stage 4. You have reached the level of dependence. You are depending on that substance to perform. You are on level 4. There are 5 stages. You are on level 4. You know that at level 4, what do you remain now? Hmm? If you are depending on that thing to do anything, you cannot drive without smoking or drinking. You cannot drive without this and that. You cannot drive without, just know that you are depending on it. You cannot lecture. You are a teacher, but you cannot teach your pupils until you take one or two. You are depending on it. And you're on level stage 4 of addiction. Then the final stage is the full-blown addiction. You have entered, you have reached. You are now compulsively using it. If you don't use it, you are sick. If you don't use it, it triggers some reaction from you. You must use them or you must do that behavior. That addiction. At that point, seek help. Before you get to that point, you can help yourself. You can try to talk yourself out of it, even though it's difficult. But you see, when you get to the level of compulsion, you cannot stop yourself until you do that. You have entered indeed. All right. So we are here for 1 hour, 18 minutes already. And tomorrow is Monday. It's almost 12 midnight. I have to take my leave now. Thank you so much. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you for being a part of today's stream. Thank you for coming. Thanks for liking. Thanks for your engagement. Thanks for your contributions. Thanks for, you know, everything. I really, really appreciate you. Edom, Banga Life Guidance, Brian, Natural Vibes, Hayden Pereira, Then White. I really appreciate ASM 14. Thank you so much for being part of today's stream. DH, what happening? Hey, thank you. Experience Life, I really appreciate you. Thank you for contributing. I'll not be able to remember all the names. That's why I'm going through the list of people. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so, so much. I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night. Thank you, John White. Thank you for watching all my playlists. I really appreciate it. Good night.